Monster Hunter World puts the onus on players to learn how to best tackle a hunt. But to give you a leg up, here's our breakdown of how to go after a beast. Hunts require patient planning, which begins before you've even accepted a quest. It's possible to fight a monster straight away, but it'll be easier knowing a bit about what you're taking on. Research your prey by tracking it through its habitat using scout flies, looking for footprints and other traces. Find enough clues, and the Hub World's chief ecologist reveals important information on your target, such as their weaknesses, behaviour, and where to attack when you start the hunt. All this information can be accessed out in the wilds through your monster field guide, and the more clues you collect, the more guidance you're going to receive. Monster Hunter works on a gear-based progression system. The more powerful your armour and weapons, the tougher the monster you'll be able to defeat. Your field guide is essential for picking the right equipment. You might read that a thick-skinned beast like the Baroth armours itself with mud, so hunt a water-based elemental monster to carve its scales. Forge water damage-inflicting weapons from those to wash off the Baroth's protection and land critical blows. If you're hunting a heavily armoured beast, use a weapon that does blunt damage because blades bounce off its hide and quickly lose sharpness. Unlike previous Monster Hunter games, you don't need a complete armour set to unlock special skills and effects. Every piece of armour has its own ability, so you can mix and match to create the ultimate blend of stats. Now, you might need to upgrade your gear depending on a monster's strength, completing optional quests awards resources like armour spheres, which are used to make armour stronger. Be sure to sign up for a few deliveries while completing these side quests, which are kind of like Destiny's bounties and provide loot when completed. And don't forget your palico. The Forge can design equipment for your trusty companion who joins you on quests unless you're playing multiplayer in a team of 3 or more. The Flashfly Cage is one of our favourite gadgets a palico can bring to the fight, used to stun prey in the heat of battle. Load up your inventory with bombs and traps before heading out. It's also worth customising your menu to suit your playstyle, so favoured potions, weapon coatings and items are quickly to hand during the melee. Lastly, eat a meal at the canteen to temporarily boost defense, attack or stamina for both you and your palico. The quest time starts as soon as you're in the world. Before running out of camp, grab any free gear you need from the item box. You can also gain extra stat boosts by crafting and eating nutrients to temporarily extend your HP, or maybe Demon Drug to buff attack power. Now, head to the area you know the monster frequents from your research. While running across the map, pick up tracks and take note of other monsters in the area. An Anjanath, for example, will attack anything it sees, and can sometimes be encouraged to attack the foe you're fighting. When it comes to landing the first blow, you have options. You could wade straight in, but a better option is to follow the monster until it returns to its nest, and surround it with traps and barrel bombs that can be set off with a slingshot blast. Okay, so it's the rudest form of alarm clock, but a highly effective way to start the fight. Remember to be patient. Be tactical and don't blindly hammer attacks. Each time you land a hit, the amount of damage inflicted is displayed, so keep an eye on which body parts take the most damage and aim for those. Most monsters telegraph their moves, so pay close attention and avoid their line of fire. Also keep an eye on the animation cues that reveal a monster's well-being. There's no health bar, but if a monster's drooling, it's likely low on stamina. If it's limping, it's near death. Mantles can be used to take control of a fight. Use a ghillie mantle to turn invisible mid-fight to provide much-needed healing space and lay some traps. Or there's the glider mantle, which is particularly useful in areas with high ground. Finally, if you're playing alone and all else has failed, send up an SOS flare to get help from hunters around the world. That's a starter guide on how to hunt a monster in Monster Hunter World. For more, check out our full preview or 47 changes that only fans will notice.